Hello and welcome. I'm the Autistic Modeler. Today, we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to show this build here and how I built it. So come on in, let's talk about it. Well, all right. I'm glad you're able to join me this morning. We're going to talk about this truck here I built. Now, I wasn't able to film this start to finish like I normally do on my normal content, because this video would have been 4 or 5 hours long to show you all the ins and outs. So I did take a montage of photographs as I built it, and I'll show photos along the way as we talk about it. I am currently filming a 88 Mustang GT, so look for that soon. I'm still going to be doing the full build start to finish like our normal content, so don't worry there. So here we go. Let's talk about this truck here. Well, I started with a 1965 Ford cab, the F100, and I molded fenders here from a 55 Ford F100, and they're the actually rear fenders from the back of the truck, and I molded them on there. Here we go. We'll take that off. So there's a lot of body work in here, but I didn't use the typical body filler. I melted plastic with glue, with liquid glue, and used it for filler. That way later on, as this particular build ages, it won't shrink and look poor or anything like that. So we'll turn it around here. You can see it from the front. You can see that F100 cab hiding in there. That's what Ford did. They used basic sheet metal they already had and just enlarged it a bit for the larger trucks and whatnot. You know, so. And this does work here. It's fully functional. It stays. That. You got to kind of do that to get her down. This little shovel came with the dump bed, which was from the 1970 Ford Louisville line snowplow kit. The main frame I used was from a Peterbilt truck that I had that was already wrecked. So I did that, and I cut it down about that far. And then the dual drive setup I used was from a Freightliner. Put that on there, incorporated that into it. And for the front, to get the cab to mount, I cut the Ford F100 frame and slid it between the Peterbilt frame. That way the engine had a mount and everything in there sat how it should be, and then that way the cab sat correctly. I also lowered the bumper in the front. These are all hand built. The steps, they're made out of sheet plastic. Mirrors are from a big rig kit, unknown source, I don't know. They were in my parts box. And these handles are from some big rig that I had, and I used parts off of it. Antenna, again, parts box find. And these lights here came from the 72 Cheyenne AMT kit. And the main cab came from the Mobius Ford service truck, the 65 Ford Mobius truck. Donated most of that cab for that. And then these here, again, like I said, from a Revell 55 Ford rear fenders is where these came from. I think it was the custom version truck there that Revell makes of the 55 Ford. And then for the bed, I made a false bottom here. That's so that way it's not full of gravel. It's only about that deep right there. I curved a piece of plastic and put that in there. And this was my wife's idea. It's actually kitty litter. It's new kitty litter, by the way. And I poured it in there, settled down like I like it, and then I sprayed Dull Coat to hold it down so it turns solid. It doesn't keep flying out of there, you know. But it looks pretty accurate for 1/25th scale gravel. It turned out pretty good. And then the engine is from the kit, but I made it into a FT 361 engine that they had in these heavier trucks. It looks just like an FE series, basically from the outside. It's just painted differently. And then there's these little marker lights and things. There's a lot of small things on here that I did. The mud flaps are from a Ford cab over truck kit. I wanted those because they said Ford on them. You know, wheels and tires are from a Ford cab over. Things like that. But I think I did a fine job putting it together. I normally don't build custom builds, molding plastic and things like that. I normally build a lot of out of box, but I can do this stuff when I get my mindset to it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please watch for the build pictures from start to finish that I took as I was building this. And I hope you enjoyed me explaining this build. And until next time, I'm the Autistic Modeler. Happy modeling.